Hey everybody, my name is Donald Miller. I wrote a book called Building a Story Brand. It has sold about 1.4 million copies, mostly to small and medium-sized business owners. And all of them have come to me and said, Don, can you help me create my marketing, my website, my lead generators, my nurture emails, my paid advertising, all that kind of stuff? I don't do that. So what I did was I certified a bunch of freelance marketers to do that for me. There have been over 1,000 StoryBrand Certified guides come through, and we've learned a thing or two about how to build a business, how to build a freelance marketing business. In fact, what we've discovered is you can get to about $400,000 and even higher without even hiring a personal assistant, just you by yourself. And it's my view that you can actually run a $400,000 marketing business easier than you can run a $100,000 marketing business, because in order to get to $400,000, you have to have repeatable systems that basically run themselves. This is video 2 of a series about building a $400,000 marketing business. Go back and watch video 1, but this one is all about getting attention to yourself that you can convert to leads. So to recap the 4-phase lead engine, it works like this, and this is what video 1 was about. You got to bring attention to yourself. You got to convert that attention into leads. You have to convert those leads into entry-level sales, and then you have to upsell to higher-priced products. Today, we're going to talk about how to get attention without spending money on ads. Again, in video 1, we covered the full system if you missed it, so go back and watch that. The problem with paid ads, if you are relying on paid ads, one, they're expensive, and they're not working as well as they used to. Let's be honest about that. The moment you stop paying, leads stop. You need some other way of generating attention. Let me tell you something. I get way more leads per day from not paid advertising, from books, YouTube videos, social media. I get about 300 leads a day on average for the last almost 10 years. I would say over 200 of those are from free things that I've done, less than 100 from paid advertising. I'm going to teach you exactly what I did, and it's really possible. In fact, it's not that I think paid ads are a waste of money. I will always spend money on paid ads. But I just think that organic YouTube search, social media, LinkedIn, they're almost better leads, and you need to pay attention to that. Listen, if you are paying for ads, you're renting attention, you don't own it. Most freelance marketers can't afford to compete with the big ad budgets that other marketing agencies have. There's a better way. Create content that works for you 24/7. The goal, build a content engine that generates attention on autopilot. So let's talk about the content waterfall strategy as an independent marketing business owner. I like one piece of content becoming many pieces of content, but all pointing to one lead generator. This is what I'm talking about. This is how I do it. I think you should do it in a similar way. I think you need to be on here on YouTube with me. You need to create a YouTube strategy, and that is your dominant strategy. What that's going to do is it's going to be broken down into Instagram Reels. You're going to take the same footage. You can drop it into some AI tools I'll tell you about in a second. Turn it into Instagram Reels. Turn it into TikTok. Turn it into LinkedIn video. Turn it into text LinkedIn post, and have every single one of those point to a lead generator. I like one lead generator to rule them all. The reason is when people hear about that lead generator over and over, it becomes more familiar, they trust it more, and they go to it, and they download it or they watch it or whatever it is. So let's say you make one YouTube video a week. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places that is showing up, all pointing toward one lead generator. That should get you 1 to 20 leads a day, and then you're going to do some specific things with those leads to warm them up and let them know what sort of products they can buy from you. I think this is what you do with 25% of your time as a freelance independent marketing business owner. 25% of the time you're working on YouTube videos. So every Monday, you're going to create one YouTube video. You're going to upload it into Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. By the way, one YouTube video could create 10 or 20 Reels, 10 or 20 TikToks, maybe several LinkedIn videos and several LinkedIn posts, depending on what you talk about. So now you've got a ton of content pointing toward one lead generator. All right, let's talk about creating YouTube videos, because some of you are saying, Don, I don't sit in front of a camera. I'm not comfortable doing that. Listen, it's all about formulas. If you understand storytelling formulas, it gets a lot easier. I'm not saying it's easy, but it gets a lot easier to create these YouTube videos. And remember this also, even with low views, YouTube builds authority and creates content that you can repurpose. It's a great practice. So here are topics that work for freelance marketers. I'm going to get to that formula in a second. If you actually title a video, website mistakes that small businesses make, you're going to get some views on that. And so those people are going to say, I think I just want this guy to handle my marketing for me. If you create a video all about social media trends, and maybe, I don't know, once a month, you just make one video, here's what's working on social media, I saw this person's post, I really liked it. You do that, they're going to hire you to do their social media. Messaging clarity and marketing that converts. Talk about what you saw a website this week, here's why you loved it, here's why that message worked for you, here's how you can duplicate that or copy that on your small business marketing. Case studies, how such and such client doubled their revenue, especially if it's your client who doubled their revenue. That's a great YouTube video. Your own client wins. Showcase your work and what happened when your client actually overhauled their marketing and you helped them. Document those case studies as YouTube videos and then cut them down. Here's a pro tip. End every video with "you can do this yourself" or "I can handle it for you." Don't be passive. If you want me to do what I did for this client, if you want me to do that for you, call me, go to my website, fill out the form, whatever it is, whatever your call to action is. These are some YouTube topics that just make it really easy. Now, when you cover those topics, here's a formula you can use to make that video more interesting and engaging. Start with the problem. What is the pain? Nobody's going to your website, you're not generating leads, people aren't opening your emails, your social media is, feast or famine. It either gets a bunch of followers or none at all. Start with the problem, then agitate the problem. Because of this, you're losing sleep at night. Usually I say physical problem, creating an emotional problem, and then the solution. Here's how I solve that problem for you. Position your idea or product as the answer, then empathize. Say, you know what, I understand your struggle and I feel for you, and you shouldn't have to deal with that. That creates a bond between you and the audience. Then you want to actually say why you're the authority. I solved this problem for a friend of mine, a client of mine. And then you want to talk about what their life looked like and what your life could look like after they follow your advice. And then finally, the CTA, which is always, if you want to know more, go download my lead generator. I actually like dual CTAs, that if you want to hire me, go to my website. Also, if you just want to know more about this, go download my lead generator. This is a proven 2,500-year-old formula for telling stories. I mean, all the way back to the days of Plato, this was the formula for telling stories. It's been proven to captivate a human brain. That formula will work for you to create YouTube videos. Then you want to actually clip that video down for social media. Here are some tools that can do this automatically for you. Opus Clip is an AI auto-clipping service. Finds your best moments automatically. Descript, you can edit transcripts, edit video like editing a document. CapCut, this is a free video editor, very powerful editing, zero cost to you. You can post clips to Instagram, Reels, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Start with one video a week, make that a goal, and then batch film and post every weekday after that if you want to, and learn and improve as you go. So definitely grab Monday, but here's what happens with a lot of our StoryBrand Certified guides. They start doing this on Monday, and then they fall in love with it, and they start doing it 3 to 5 days a week, and then they just become content engines. All right, step 3, create written posts from those transcripts. A lot of people still read, especially on LinkedIn. You can use AI to turn your video transcript into LinkedIn articles and posts. Here's the workflow. Export transcript from YouTube or Descript. Paste into ChatGPT or Claude. I actually prefer Claude and StoryBrand.ai. Prompt, turn this into a LinkedIn post with a hook, value, and CTA. Edit for your voice and post. And then one video equals 5+ video clips, 3+ written posts, all pointing again to one lead generator. So you're seeing how this works. You've got to bring attention to yourself, even a little bit of attention. Even if 12 people watch that YouTube video, it's about building momentum, which sometimes can take years in order to develop a following. Also, it takes years just to get good on camera, right? But you're not going to start getting good unless you start right away. The key to all this, point it toward one lead generator, not a bunch of lead generators, one lead generator. Every video, every clip, every post, all pointing to the exact same place. Repetition builds familiarity. Familiarity builds trust. Trust converts lookers into customers. All right, pick your lead generator. It could be a checklist. I like checklists. You're responding to a checklist right now. A PDF guide, a webinar, an assessment of some sort, a video course, right? My recommendation would be to start with a checklist. It's just the easiest to create. I have had more success with checklists. They're more helpful. They're more valuable to client. Now, I put a lot of time into my checklist. They're very robust. They're based on actual information and actual facts. I'm a writer. I like to write books, and so my checklists tend to be very long, but they're really valuable. Easy to create, high perceived value, gets people on your list really fast. All right, in the next video, coming up in video 3, the pros and cons of each lead generator type and the best tools to create assessments, PDFs, and more. Let me explain to you what my strategy to the general public is. It's this. I actually send people in all of my small business facing YouTube videos, my social media, to weeklysoundbite.com. Weeklysoundbite.com. And 100 small business owners a day give me their contact information at weeklysoundbite.com. Now, I already told you I get close to 300 leads a day. 1/3 of them come from this one lead generator. The others come from tools that you can use if you read my books. That's fantastic, right? They come and what they get is a messaging campaign sent out every week. I send them how Churchill used a messaging campaign to win World War II, how Curt Cignetti used a messaging campaign to turn around Indiana football. Then, when all those people subscribe, I sell them a $49 a month AI product, a $500 course, a $2,000 workshop, or a $25,000 mastermind, and I always encourage them to go hire one of our StoryBrand Certified guides. So you can see that product ladder that I sell them after they sign up for my lead generator. So the flow is this: YouTube plus social media, go to lead generator, free value and email capture, and then entry-level products, and then upsells. This is the factory floor in action, and attention, that YouTube strategy and that social media strategy and that clip down strategy and turning things into articles, that's what actually feeds the entire thing. So the full attention workflow is easy. YouTube video, filming using that 7-part formula, clip and post in Opus, Descript, CapCut, and social media, put that on social media, create written posts, take that transcript, run it through AI, put it up on LinkedIn. All of it points to your one lead generator. If you do this just once per week, you will never, ever run out of leads. It's just a matter of making it a habit and getting into the workflow. All right, let's say you decide to become a StoryBrand Certified guide, which I hope you do. We give you tons of tools and tons of coaching and accountability on actually getting this thing done. Inside the StoryBrand Certified Guide program, we give you done-for-you content systems. It's called the Authority Content System with 50+ ready-to-customize prompts. We actually give you pre-written email nurture sequences to send to a lead after they become a lead, a licensed keynote that you can deliver as a webinar. Tons of our StoryBrand Certified guides have made hundreds of thousands of dollars doing free webinars and then capturing leads that way. But first, you actually have to download the free checklist that teaches you how to build a $400,000 marketing business. Inside the checklist, how to create your foundational sound bites, your unique positioning as an independent marketing business owner, the Authority Content System, what to post and when, the Conversion Website Kit, templates for your own site, the Smart Nurture Engine, done-for-you email sequences, the Evergreen Authority Webinar Framework. You can download it all free at StoryBrandMarketingBusiness.com. Get the free checklist at StoryBrandMarketingBusiness.com, and I will teach you how to grow a $400,000 marketing business. All right, coming up in the next video, video 3, I'm going to talk all about lead generators, the ins and outs, what works, what has not worked for our guides. I want to talk about lead generators that actually convert, the pros and cons of each lead generator type, how to create assessments, PDFs, and checklists, all within 30 minutes using AI, the best tools to build each type, how to capture emails and nurture leads automatically. All you have to do is go to StoryBrandMarketingBusiness.com to grab that checklist. All right, it's a 5-part series. We've already covered video 1, the lead engine every freelance marketer needs. This is video 2, how to get attention without paying for ads. Video 3 is next, lead generators that actually convert. If you want to keep going, entry offers that close themselves, and finally, upsells, retainers, and recurring revenue. The bottom line is I want to teach you how to grow a $400,000 independent marketing business. Again, if you want the checklist, go to StoryBrandMarketingBusiness.com.